Catastrophic rains and deadly cloudbursts have unleashed unprecedented devastation across Pakistan's northern regions. The death toll has climbed to a staggering 222 lives lost, with dozens more still missing in the aftermath of flash floods that have torn through communities. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province bears the heaviest burden of this natural disaster, recording 210 fatalities. The breakdown reveals a heartbreaking human cost. 184 men, 14 women, and 12 children have perished in the deluge. Gilgit-Baltistan reports 12 additional deaths. In a tragic turn during relief operations, a Pakistan Army helicopter carrying vital supplies crashed in Buner district. All 5 personnel aboard. 2 pilots and 3 crew members were martyred in service to their nation. The provincial government has declared a day of mourning, with flags to fly at half-mast in their honor. The district of Buner has suffered the most severe losses, with 91 confirmed deaths. Deputy Commissioner Kashif Khan reports that 78 bodies have been recovered, while search teams continue their desperate efforts to locate the missing. The true scale of loss remains unknown as floodwaters continue to submerge entire neighborhoods. Infrastructure across the region lies in ruins. 68 homes have been completely destroyed, with Swat district alone losing 49 residences. 3 schools and 16 other structures have been swept away. The Provincial Disaster Management Authority reports that 61 houses suffered partial damage, while 7 were completely obliterated. Chief Minister Ali Amin Gandapur has mobilized all available resources. 500 million rupees in emergency relief funds have been released. 150 million for Buner, 100 million each for Bajor, Batargram, and Mansehra districts, and 50 million for Swat. A control room operates around the clock from the Chief Minister's house in Peshawar, coordinating rescue efforts across the province. The Health Department has declared an emergency in 6 districts: Buner, Swat, Mansehra, Abbottabad, Bajor, and all medical personnel have had their leave cancelled as hospitals prepare for an influx of injured and the potential outbreak of waterborne diseases, flood control rooms, and disease monitoring centers are being established in medical facilities throughout the affected areas. Field Marshal Saad Asim Munir, Chief of Army Staff, has ordered comprehensive military support for flood-affected communities. Additional military contingents are being deployed to strengthen ongoing operations. In a gesture of solidarity, the Pakistan Army has pledged 1 day's salary from all personnel and allocated over 600 tons of rations, equivalent to 1 day's military supplies, for flood relief. The Army's specialized units, including the Rescue Sniffing Dog Unit and the Special Urban Search and Rescue Team, have been deployed. Military helicopters continue evacuating stranded residents and delivering essential supplies to isolated areas. The Corps of Engineers has been tasked with urgently repairing damaged bridges and constructing temporary crossings where needed. In Bajor district, a cloudburst in Salarzai Tehsil's Jabrare village triggered flash floods that claimed 21 lives, including 8 children. Lightning strikes in Battagram district killed 15 men, while Mansehra reported 14 deaths and 2 injuries. Swat district recorded 11 fatalities from floods and thunderstrikes. Rescue operations face immense challenges. In Pir Baba Bazaar and surrounding areas, floodwaters have completely submerged entire neighborhoods. A mosque in Gokund was destroyed and countless livestock have perished. Multiple roads remain blocked by debris and landslides, hampering access to remote communities. Rescue 1122 teams report recovering more than 157 boats, while successfully evacuating over 100 people, including women and children, to safety. Mohammed Sohail, a media coordinator for the rescue services, describes the situation as critical, with operations continuing despite treacherous conditions. Gilgit-Baltistan faces its own crisis. 12 people have died to remain missing, and 15 have been injured across the region. The Gilgit-Baltistan Disaster Management Authority reports that glacial lake outburst floods from Shishpur Glacier continue to threaten communities downstream. 20 homes in Geyser District's Dean Village were destroyed by flash flooding. The Karakoram Highway, a vital lifeline connecting Gilgit-Baltistan to the rest of Pakistan, has been severed at multiple points by landslides. Thousands of passengers and tourists are stranded on both sides of the blockages. In Skarju, the RC bridge of Bagicha was swept away, cutting the Baltistan highway and suspending traffic between Gilgit and Skarju. Power infrastructure has suffered catastrophic damage. Gilgit city and its suburbs have been without electricity since the water channel at Nalter powerhouse ruptured. In Skarju, floodwater entering the power station has plunged the city into darkness. Thousands of residents are without drinking water as treatment facilities have been damaged or destroyed. Azad Jammu and Kashmir reports 9 deaths and 4 injuries from rain-related incidents. In a particularly tragic incident in Muzaffarabad's Naria Behak area, an entire family of 6 was buried alive when their home was engulfed by a cloudburst-induced flood. Rescue teams worked through the night, recovering 5 bodies in the early morning hours and locating the 6th victim, 150 feet from the original site. The State Disaster Management Authority reports extensive damage across Azad, Jammu, and Kashmir. 31 houses and 23 shops destroyed, with 23 more homes partially damaged. Infrastructure losses include 2 schools, 12 water mills, 1 main bridge, 4 pedestrian bridges, a mosque, and 6 electricity poles. In Neelam Valley, over 700 tourists, mostly women and children, found themselves stranded at the Radi Gali Lake Base Camp when flooding destroyed more than 1 kilometer of the access road. A joint rescue operation involving Rescue 1120, Tourist Police, Traffic Police, Regular Police, Pakistan Army personnel, and Highway Department officials successfully evacuated all stranded tourists to safety. The Meteorological Department warns that heavy rain is likely to continue intermittently until August, raising fears of further flooding and landslides. District administrations across the affected regions remain on high alert, with heavy machinery deployed to clear blocked roads and reach isolated communities. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has directed authorities to accelerate rescue operations, particularly in Badagram district. Provincial lawmakers are coordinating with local officials in affected areas, while the Sindh government has offered medical facilities in Karachi for those requiring specialized treatment. This natural disaster adds to Pakistan's mounting toll from extreme weather events. Since June 26, flash floods and torrential rains have claimed 507 lives nationwide, including 159 children, with 768 others injured. As rescue operations continue and communities begin the long process of recovery, the true scale of this catastrophe continues to unfold. The resilience of Pakistan's northern communities is being tested as never before, while the nation rallies to support those who have lost everything to nature's fury. The immediate priority remains search and rescue operations, medical care for the injured, and providing shelter and sustenance to the thousands displaced by these devastating floods. As the waters recede, the monumental task of rebuilding shattered communities and infrastructure will begin, requiring sustained national and international support.